Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've literally had to do this intro like 6 times because I kept laughing. Today I have a new video for all of you guys. It's actually awkward moments, and most of these awkward moments that I'm about to share actually has happened to me. So that's why I'm going to share it, because I've got about 14 different awkward moments that have happened to me. So let's get into the video. The first awkward moment is when someone waves at you, but they're not actually waving at you, they're waving at the person behind you. Yeah, that's happened to me a lot of the time. That actually happened to me recently. We went out and then this lady, she ordered this thing, like this dessert thing, and then I don't know what she said. I thought she was talking to me, and I think she said, "Oh, do you want some?" Clearly she wasn't talking to me, and I said, "Oh no thank you." And she just looked at me and I was like, oh, awkward. So the second one is when someone calls you by the wrong name. This has happened to me as well, like a teacher called me by the wrong name throughout the whole year, and then I say to them, "Oh, actually this is my name," and they're like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm like, yeah. Okay, so the next one is actually another one at school, when when the teacher doesn't actually know your name, so they have to point, and when they ask a question and then they point at you, but it's actually the person behind you, but you answer anyway. That's awkward, because then they're kind of like, "Oh, I meant the person in front of me." Okay, I don't know what number, I think this is the 4th one, is it? It's the 4th one.
I don't know, check your paper.
Yeah, okay, so the 4th one is actually when you're at a wedding and you're sitting at the table because it's coming to dinner time, and then you get like the cameraman or camerawoman, whoever it is, they get the camera and they turn it on you and they just record you eating. Like, I don't know what's more awkward. Okay, so the next one is actually when you ask someone something and then they answer you, but you don't hear them, and then the silence is just too long. Wait, I'll demonstrate it here so you make more sense. Like, "Hi, what's your name?" "Hi, my name is Jeehan." "What was your name?" "Jeehan." "Wait, what?" Jeehan. Oh. Okay, so the next one is something that I do a lot, and I kind of panic when it comes to doors. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but like if they're not automatic doors, but they're also like the doors that don't say push or pull on them. Yeah, I find that really weird, because usually I go and I panic, like, what if it's a pull door and I'm pushing, or what if it's a push door and I'm pulling, like, yeah. The next one has actually happened to me, and for this, I don't like going on a bus, and I've disliked going on a bus ever since this one thing happened to me. So I was on the bus and I was on the way to school with my little sister, and obviously so we were waiting at the bus stop and whatever, and then we get on the bus. Now the bus was actually quite packed, considering it was like the morning. It was a double-decker bus, but the top deck was already full, so there was only the bottom, and it was right at the back of the bus, and there were like the 4 seats near the window, and then you had the one middle one that goes like right down the aisle, and it had like the 2 like armrest things. I'll like see if I can find a picture, and I'll like put it somewhere like here, or I will put it somewhere. Anyway, there was this boy sitting in like right in the middle, okay, and he had his headphones on and he had his school bag, whatever, and he was just sitting like normally, just just like listening to his music, okay, just minding his own business. Anyway, this guy, he wasn't doing anything, he was just sitting down. So obviously, me being the big sister, I got my little sister to sit down first because she's small and I don't want her getting hurt. And the bus wasn't moving, so I was like, okay, I have like, I can get on before the bus starts moving, But no, okay, because as soon as the bus driver saw my sister on, but he saw me standing, he goes, "Oh, let's just like hit the accelerator." He hits it, I go flying forward, and my hand and just like I just grab his knee, and I'm like, and I didn't realize at first because it was just my reflex. I was like, oh my god, and then I realized I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And he could like, I didn't know if he could hear me because he had his headphones on, so he kind of just went. And I was like, oh my god, my little sister was just sitting there laughing, and I was like, okay, I think we need to get off at the next stop. Oh my god, it was the most awkwardest thing ever. Now I really like, oh my god, I can't take the bus anymore, even though I probably have to, but that was really embarrassing and really awkward because everyone else on the bus was just staring at me, and I was like, oh god, it was an accident. Anyway, let's go on with the next one. The next awkward moment is when someone tells you something and you're kind of like, you know, you're just being nice, so you're listening to them, and they say something funny, but it isn't, like, it's funny for them but it's not funny for you, so they're like, oh hey, like, you know, whatever, they tell you something, and then you're kind of like, and then they start laughing, and then you're kind of, they're like, oh. So funny. And then like it just gets really awkward because everyone else understands what they were saying apart from you, and you're standing like, yeah. Well, you just hope that they didn't ask you a question or something. Okay, do the next one. Okay, so the next number, I don't know what number I'm on, but I'm on the next one. Is for when you greet someone. Usually it's like, I know that as an Arab, we greet each other by kissing like on the cheek, whatever. But it's awkward when you don't know what cheek you're gonna, like, they're gonna kiss on, because sometimes like the person could be here, okay, this is their face, okay, and they're like that, and then you get to like, oh hi, like, and you're like, and then you go to greet, but they're gonna kiss your right cheek and you're gonna kiss their left cheek, so you're like, oh okay, like, you know, and it just gets really awkward, and you kind of just play it off by laughing, but it's still awkward because some people kiss twice, some people kiss 3 times, some people kiss 4 times, and honestly I don't mind, but it just gets a bit awkward sometimes, especially when it's like when you're doing it with everyone, because you just have no idea how many times it's supposed to be. So okay, this one hasn't, okay, actually this one has happened to me. I thought this one didn't, and I was happy because I was like, you know, whatever, but this is the one. I think nearly everyone's had some sort of experience with this. When, you know, you're with someone and you're saying bye, and then you're like, okay, bye, and you're going for like a high five, and they're like, and then they're like, and then you're like, and then it kind of just changes, so you go from like a high five to a hug to a handshake, and you just don't know what to do. Okay, this one happened to me in maths. It's when you call your teacher mum, like you just shout it out uncontrollably, and you're like, mum, and then like sometimes everyone hears you, sometimes no one hears you. I think when I did it, it's quite embarrassing actually. This class was silent and I screamed it out. I was like, oh mum, and then I realized, I was like, oh my god, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, literally no one heard. It was so embarrassing. And then I heard, you know, my best friend was sitting next to me, and she didn't say anything, and then I turned to her and I was just like, I just called the teacher mum, and she goes, yeah, I know, I heard you, and we just burst out laughing. It was really awkward. I think every student has done that. The next one is when, okay, if you're a child and you see an adult, or the adult usually sees you first, and they come up to you like, hi, oh my god, I haven't seen you since you were like a baby, and you know, oh my god, you're good, do you know who I am? And you're kind of standing there like, you know, like stranger danger, no. And they're like, oh my god, and then they do that thing, and they kind of like squeeze your cheeks and like, oh my god, like, and it really hurts. I just did it to myself and it hurts. And I find that really awkward, especially when well, when I used to have braces, it used to hurt a lot because my mouth used to scrape against it, and it was just awful. But yeah, I find that really awkward because you're kind of standing here, look, you're kind of like this, right? And then they're like, oh, hi, whatever, like, oh my god, do you remember me? I remember you when you were in nursery, and then you're kind of sitting there like, yeah. Yeah, that's happened to me don't know why they think that I know them. Okay, this next one actually depends on whether you think this is awkward or not. I think this is awkward just because I'm an awkward person. It's basically when you're in the lift and other people come in, like obviously I like having the lift to myself or with my family because it's just less awkward. But you know when it stops at other floors and then people come in and then they kind of just stare at you like, and then you kind of just smile back or you just stare back depending on what kind of person you are. And then it's just silent for like the rest of the lift journey thingy. It's just silent and it's just awkward and it's just really weird. And yeah, like this is awkward now. Yeah, it's really awkward. The last one is actually something that has happened to me a few times, and I'm not sure why this happens to me. Usually when I'm out or whatever, people see me and if they need something, if they ask me for something like the time, they'll come up to me and they'll ask me in the language they think I speak, and that happened to me on the street. Actually, it scared me a lot, but I don't know I don't know why it happens, but I find it really awkward, especially when I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand, and then they continue talking to you in that language, because that happened to me. And I was trying to explain to the person, I said, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying, I don't speak your language. And I was trying to be really, really nice to them, and I don't know, I felt bad and I felt really awkward, but that's definitely an awkward moment that happens to me a lot, because I don't know, people just seem to assume that I speak one language when I don't. I speak Arabic, so I don't know, it's just, I find it awkward because I'm standing there and I'm like, I'm really sorry, because I don't want to interrupt them, obviously, and I'm just kind of standing there like, I'm really sorry, but I don't speak your language. I don't want to be rude by saying, listen, I don't speak your language, I speak English, like, you know, even though I'm just explaining it to them, but I feel really bad, so sometimes, you know, okay, I'm rambling on, so I'm gonna stop there. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Okay, that's the end of my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe for more. Comment anything you want, really, I don't mind. So just let me know. Also, if you want, you can turn on post notifications. Currently, I'm actually in the Philippines. So, other than that, I really hope you did enjoy the video. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! And
It's fast. Oh my god.
okay, my neck just clicked. Okay, it's gone.
Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number, I was lightning before the thunder.